Headlines of this bulletin. The online National Statistical Conference 2022 themed Boosting Discipline and Improving Performance. Leaders of Kansas City received leaders of Korean Taekwang group. The working session on the Chí Minh Cần Thơ railway route project. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Can News and Top News today. The online National Statistical Conference 2022 themed Boosting Disciplines and Improving Performance took place on March 17th morning. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended and delivered guidance at the conference. Attending the virtual conference in Kansas City were Vice Chairman of Kansas City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện and representatives of department sectors. Delegates heard the chief of the Central Statistical Department reporting statistical results recorded after more than 75 years of building and developing, from then defining key tasks and solutions, pointing out topics to improve awareness, disciplines, performance of the state statistics in the time to come. Some other reports and speeches were also presented at a conference by representatives of ministry sectors and provincial and municipal people's committees on the statistical task, the implementation of information technology to the statistical operations, and certain shortcomings in the statistical task at the district level, from then proposing the General Statistics Department, ministry sectors, and the government consider and revise some contents for good statistical performance in the time to come. Also on March 17th morning, the surveillance group of the Central Project Steering Board No. 6 worked with Kansas City Party Committee on reviewing the 15-year implementation of the Central Resolution No. 5, the 5th session, on continuing to renew the party's leadership on performance of the political system. The group was headed by Politburo member cum head of the Central Organizing Board, Trương Thị Mai. The report from Kansas Municipal Party Committee highlighted that after 15 years of implementing the 5th Central Resolution, Kansas City Party Committee has focused on instructing to organize, penetrate, concretize, and publicize the implementation of the resolution in strict and effective manners. Delegates discussed and argued on the renewing of the party's leadership in specific areas such as the personnel task, the inspection, supervision, and enforcement of party disciplines. From then, forming on the need to renew the party's leadership on operations of the political system. Vice Chairman of Kansas City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện on March 17th morning received leaders of Korean Taekwang group who came to visit and work with Kansas City. After saying thanks to leaders of Kansas City for the reception, President of Taekwang Group Park Jo-won said that Taekwang Cần Thơ Limited Liability Company, with over 10,800 laborers, is maintaining operation in the new normal and is planning to recruit additional 10,000 laborers to meet the requirement for expanding business production. Therefore, alongside focusing its focus on infrastructure investment, the company hopes for support and connection from department sectors to be able to recover production and expand business in 2022 and in the coming time. Leaders of Kansas City extended thanks to the Taekwang Group for its active support for the city in the COVID-19 epidemic control task, as well as its efforts to maintain production and expand investment. From proposals made by the president of the group, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Thực Hiện commits to giving support for the unit. The Industry, Trade and Health departments have totally checked the business production task and COVID-19 control task at Taido Cement Stock Company, Taido Steel Limited Liability Company, and Vinataba Philip Morris Limited Liability Company. As observed, these businesses have resumed their normal operation in the new situation, with COVID-19 control measures being fully maintained. However, they are facing lots of difficulties in the post-COVID-19 epidemic because the price of production materials soars, whereas cement products remains the same level and is slowly consumed. Director of the Industry and Trade Department Ha Vũ Sơn showed sympathy with the businesses, adding that the epidemic has left many impacts and challenges on the world and Vietnam's economies. Therefore, proactive and flexible efforts should be exerted to rebound production and business alongside epidemic control measures. Proposals made by the businesses are fully analyzed and will be timely reported to the City People's Committee for support. On March 17th morning, Cần Thơ City's National Assembly delegation had the supervision at the Management Board of Cần Thơ Processing and Industrial Zone on implementing policies and laws on trip practice and waste combat in 2016-2021 phase. The delegation was led by Deputy Head of Cần Thơ City's National Assembly delegation Đào Chí Nghĩa, with representative leaders of department sectors in the city as delegation members. In 2020-2021, the Management Board of Cần Thơ City Industrial and Processing Zone cut at least 50 to 70% of the cost for organizing meetings, domestic and foreign mission trips, approximately 282 million Việt Nam đồng. Due to the complicated progression of COVID-19 epidemic, it focused on epidemic control measures and suspending domestic and international investment promotion activities, from then cutting down additional 1.2 billion Việt Nam đồng in cost, while saving and spending the cost on giving additional income for public servants and laborers at a total sum of more than 2.7 billion Việt Nam đồng in 2016-2021 phase. Also, it rearranged the staff for proper use of labor. Delegation head Đào Chí Nghĩa highly valued recorded results when noting the unit to continue boosting the inspection and supervision to timely deal with shortcomings and avoid loss of state assets, accelerating the dissemination of trip practice and waste combat so that allocated costs can be used more swiftly and effectively. On March 17th morning, Cần Thơ City's Public Security convened the conference to publicize the resolution number 75 NQ of Cần Thơ City People's Council and Plan number 07 KH UBND TBNC on student units that cannot meet fire control requirements that have been validated prior to the Fire Control Law number 27/2001 QH10. Resolution number 75 NQ HDND TBCT, signed by Standing Vice Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee, cum Chairman of the Municipal People's Council Phạm Văn Hiểu, consists of 5 clauses that specifically stipulate the treatment of violations on fire control. Contents of the resolution were passed at the 4th session of the 10th Cần Thơ City People's Council on December 8, 2021. Under the resolution, Cần Thơ City People's Committee enacted Plan number 07 KH UBND on implementing Resolution number 75. Vietnam Labour Confederation on March 17th morning organized the meeting to evaluate the implementation of instructions of the Labour Confederation on the emulation and commendation tasks. The conference was chaired by Standing Vice Chairman of the General Labour Confederation Trần Thanh Hải and was attended by leaders of the Labour Confederations of Cần Thơ, Hậu Giang, Kiên Giang, An Giang, Đồng Tháp, Vĩnh Long, Sóc Trăng, and Cà Mau. 4 months after implementing the program of 1 million creative ideas with determination to defeat the COVID-19 epidemic, more than 1 million initiatives have been registered across the nation. Of the figure, more than 79,000 ideas are of 12 provinces in Mekong region, making up 8%. 9,000 ideas are of Cần Thơ City alone. Many ideas have been signed to be implemented. However, emulation movements are not well organized. Therefore, delegates shared many ideas to boost the implementation of the program of 1 million initiatives while clearing difficulties for the emulation and commendation tasks. On March 17th morning, Director of Cần Thơ City's Transport Department Lê Tiến Dũng worked with the Railway Project Management Board under the Transport Ministry and representatives of the South Consultant Unit on the Hồ Chí Minh Cần Thơ Railway Route Project. The Hồ Chí Minh Cần Thơ Railway Route Project has the total length of over 172 kilometers, starting from An Bình Station, An Bình Ward, Dĩ An City, Bình An Province, and ending in Cái Răng Station, Phú Thứ Ward, Cái Răng Urban District, Cần Thơ City. There are 13 stations and 2 passenger stations on the whole route that runs through Bình Dương, Hồ Chí Minh, Long An, Tiền Giang, Vĩnh Long, and Cần Thơ City. The project is approved by the Transport Ministry under the Decision number 2563 QD BTTVT. The project aims to develop the national railway network that links southern economic hubs together and supplies safe and large-scale transport service at accurate time. And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please log on to our website, kantotv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.